Blitz.
Hello everyone, this is Mike with Bet Blitz. Welcome back to your source for daily sports picks. Today's a new day and we're looking to set you up with a few of some of the best picks on both PrizePicks as well as Underdog. Please take a moment to hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 250 likes, we will be dropping a bonus pick in our next video. So take a moment to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, at the end of this video, let us know down in the comment section which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't, or any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. And if the picks in this video aren't enough for you, and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to Elite Picks DFS Discord. Right now, they are giving a free 7-day trial, and when you use code BLITZ, you'll receive an additional 20% off your access. In this video, we will be going over picks for this Thursday night football matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. And for our first pick, we'll be headed over to the pass plus rushing yards tab, where we'll be selecting Geno Smith for more than 269.5 pass plus rush yards. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, and by the way, if you would like to try Outlier for yourself, click our link in the description below to gain a free 7-day trial. We see that Geno Smith has actually exceeded this line in 6 of his last 10 games. This is including 4 of the 5 games he's played this season. Now, Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks will be facing off against the San Francisco 49ers defense that this season has been pretty average overall when it comes to passing and rushing yards allowed to their opponents, giving up plenty of passing yards and a fair share of rushing yards as well. So coming into this game, we do expect Geno Smith to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Again, this is a line he's exceeded in 4 of his last 5 games. Now, taking a quick look at the Seahawks offense, we see that they are a very pass-heavy offense. Over their last 10 games, averaging 65% of their plays being passing plays. And Geno Smith has had an average of nearly 70% completion rate over his last 10 games. So coming into this game, we do expect Geno Smith to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now, on his career, Geno Smith has been pretty good at racking up passing yards as well as a solid rusher. During the season, he's off to a very hard start, averaging just under 300 passing yards per game and nearly 30 rushing yards per game as well. Last season, he did average just over 240 passing yards per game. But again, he is off to a hot start this season, and we expect that to continue on into this game as well. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Geno Smith for more than 269.5 pass plus rushing yards. Now for our next pick, we'll be headed over to the receiving yards tab, and this time we'll be selecting Brandon Aiyuk for less than 66.5 receiving yards. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that Brandon Aiyuk has actually fallen below this line in 7 of his last 10 games. Now, in his last game versus the Arizona Cardinals, Brandon Aiyuk did have a pretty big outing, finishing with just under 150 receiving yards. And although the Seahawks defense has looked a little bit shaky over the last few games, especially against their last game versus the Giants, we do expect them to key in on Aiyuk after this big output and not let him go for an outlier performance as he did in their last game. Again, on the season, Aiyuk has fallen below this line in 4 of his 5 games. And this was a line that last season he fell below in over 50% of his games. Now, Brandon Aiyuk and the San Francisco 49ers will be facing off against the Seattle Seahawks defense that this season has been pretty good overall when it comes to defending against their receiving yards allowed. Ranked top 10 in this category, not giving up too many receiving yards per game, especially when it comes to defending against opponent wide receivers. Currently are ranked 6th in the NFL when it comes to receiving yards allowed. Again, not giving up too many yards to the positions. And coming into this game, again, with Aiyuk's outlier performance last game, we do expect them to key on him defensively and for him not to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Taking a closer look at the 49ers offense, we see that they are a pretty balanced offense in terms of passing and rushing, just passing the ball slightly a little bit more than they do rush. However, not a significant amount as many of the other NFL teams. And Aiyuk, who has been pretty solid this season, is getting a decent amount of targets over his last 10 games, averaging just under 7 targets per game. However, his completion rate, while solid, is not incredibly stellar. So coming into this game, we do expect Aiyuk not to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now, on his career, Aiyuk has been a pretty solid wide receiver. Last year, he did have one of his best seasons, averaging over 80 receiving yards. But this season, he's kind of taken a little bit of a step back in his first few games, as he is heading back a little bit more toward his career average. And coming into this game, we do expect the Seahawks to try to limit him from such a big output that he has had and for him to fall under his line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Brandon Aiyuk for less than 66.5 receiving yards. Now, for those of you wisely making picks with Underdog Fantasy as well, we wanted to make sure that you did not miss out on this Brock Purdy 0.5 total yards free play that Underdog is dropping. Make sure you guys lock this in so you're not leaving any money on the table. And if you're not already on Underdog, make sure you click our link in the description below and sign up for Underdog using code BETBLITZ, because when you do, you'll receive a free pick as well as $1,000 in bonus cash. And right now, with the start of the NFL season and the NBA season just around the corner, Underdog has been going crazy with all the player discounts, free promos, boost, and just additional gifts in your lobby. Seems like every single day they've got something coming out. So you want to make sure you're not missing out on all these opportunities to cash out on Underdog. And again, use code BETBLITZ. You'll receive a free pick as well as $1,000 in bonus cash. Make sure you're signed and trust us, your profits will increase. Now, before we get into our third pick, we wanted to share with you a sports betting tool that is going to take your game to the next level, and that's Daily Grind's Fantasy Optimizer tool. This thing is one of the most comprehensive sports betting tools available, and it's not just PrizePicks, it's not just Underdog. It'll actually show you line discrepancies across all the major sports betting books, such as FanDuel, DraftKings, BetMGM, and much more. So you'll actually be able to see where you're getting the most bang for your buck across multiple sports leagues for the same player props. And one of the things you've got to check out is this feature right here. Daily Grind has the ability to provide you with a multi-leg parlay. So if you want to find out what the best 6-pick flex was on PrizePicks at any given time, you could simply click right there and have it generate for you a list of the 6 best props most likely to hit, as well as tell you the odds of them hitting. Another tool you've got to check out on Daily Grind is their AI slip generator. This thing just came out and totally changing the game for sports bettors. I mean, you don't have to think about it. It's just going to generate for you a slip on any platform that's most likely to hit. So again, if you're looking to take your sports betting to the next level, click our link in the description below and use code BLITZ. Again, that's code BLITZ for 25% off all your orders. Now for our third pick, we'll actually be in the receiving yards tab, and this time we'll be selecting Tyler Lockett for more than 46.5 receiving yards. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that Tyler Lockett has actually exceeded this line in 6 of his last 10 games. This is including 3 of the last 5 games he's played this season. Additionally, this is a line that Tyler Lockett cleared in nearly 60% of his games last season. Now, Tyler Lockett and the Seattle Seahawks will be facing off against the San Francisco 49ers defense that this season has been pretty average overall when it comes to receiving yards allowed to their opponent, giving up plenty of receiving yards per game. And when it comes to defending against opponent wide receivers, the San Francisco 49ers are below average, ranked even worse, giving up plenty of yards to the position. So far this season, Lockett has been very impressive for the Seahawks as far as receiving. So coming into this game, we do expect Tyler Lockett to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. In fact, this is a line that he's exceeded in 5 of his last 6 games. Now, as we mentioned earlier, the Seahawks do have a very heavy pass offense, passing the ball over 65% of the time. In fact, in their last game, they passed the ball over 80% of the time. And coming into this game, we do expect them to continue on to where they have been. And Lockett has been an exceptional receiver, averaging just under 7 targets per game with a completion rate of over 60%. So again, coming into this game, we do expect Tyler Lockett to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now in his career, Tyler Lockett has been a pretty solid wide receiver, averaging over 55 receiving yards per game. This season, he's right around that mark as well. And last season, he was as well. So coming into this game, we do expect Tyler Lockett to continue on from where he was and to reach his line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Tyler Lockett for more than 46.5 receiving yards. All right, these are our picks for today. And after we finish reviewing, let us know down in the comment section below which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't, or any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. So for our picks, we are taking Geno Smith for more than 269.5 pass plus rushing yards. We are taking Brandon Aiyuk for less than 66.5 receiving yards. And finally, we are taking Tyler Lockett for more than 46.5 receiving yards. Now, again, if the picks in this video aren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to Elite Picks DFS Discord. Right now, they are giving a free 7-day trial, and when you use code BLITZ, you'll receive an additional 20% off your access to a group of top-tier analysts that drop picks across multiple sports leagues and across multiple DFS platforms every single day. So go give them a look. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment to hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 250 likes, we will be dropping a bonus pick in our next video. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.